I'm Bobby Hin, and let's queer up entertainment. New novel reimagines Katharine Hepburn's private life through queer historical lens. A new historical novel is reigniting discussion about Hollywood icon Katharine Hepburn by imagining a deeply personal side of her life long surrounded by speculation. The original, by author Priya Parmar, explores Hepburn's emotional world through historical fiction, drawing on correspondence, biographies, interviews, and other primary sources. Rather than serving as a biography, the novel imagines the private life of the Oscar-winning actress and portrays her relationship with actress Laura Harding as a central love story. Parmar says the novel fills in what history left unsaid. The novel also revisits Hepburn's carefully managed public image, including long-standing rumors about her sexuality that she addressed in her 1991 memoir. Hepburn wrote, quote, "People gossip about Laura and me, and I never knew it. There was a very strong rumor that we were lesbians," end quote. Parmar's novel demolishes the never knew it story. According to the book's supporters, the original contributes to ongoing efforts to reclaim LGBTQ history by re-examining the lives of influential public figures whose identities may have been shaped or concealed by the pressures of Hollywood's golden age. The original gives us a glimpse into what may have been Hepburn's reality rather than the carefully crafted persona she presented to the public. Well, I'm torn on this. One, Miss Hepburn as a famous figure, and I assume by now, if we couldn't find anything, that means that she has left no written evidence or recorded evidence of her being gay or lesbian. And second, this historical novel, quote unquote, it smacks. I am a big fan of Archive of Our Own and fan fiction. I read a ton of them. They're entertaining. They help me go to sleep at night. But there's a genre of fan fiction, literally called RPF, real person fan fiction, which basically takes a celebrity, let's say Eminem, and then writes fictional stories about him. And those are sometimes wildly inappropriate and wildly speculative about some person's private life. And I find those to be somewhat inappropriate. And I feel like splicing Hepburn's name into this essentially inspired by Katharine Hepburn and Laura Harding fan fiction, they could have just used fictional names for that. They don't need to use like Hepburn. They don't need to use Hepburn and Harding.
No one's going to buy that book, and the writers write books to sell them. Like, that's what this is about.
I dispute that. Fan fiction has been sold. I mean, repackaged real person fan fiction has been sold. Ever heard of a series called Hated Rivalry? Those were all originally fan fiction written for other characters. Some of them are copyrighted characters. And real people too, including real hockey players. Well, and then the author had to remove the names and change the characters so that it becomes fictional. 50 Shades of Grey was based out of some other fan fiction universe.
Well, that's probably the line you walk too, but between being a public figure, even if you're deceased, it'll be interesting to see if a case like this or similar types of storylines may have, estates of people questioning or presenting lawsuits.
Perhaps, like, this idea that we're reclaiming history, it feels more like revisionist history is what this is. And I think that's a very dangerous thing for the LGBT community to start going on. Because, like, I look at this and I think of other, like, people in history, and, like, one, I do not like the idea of putting a label on someone that they did not use themselves. Like, I think of, like, Sylvia Rivera, wonderful queer person, wonderful trans icon. She actually didn't use the word transgender to describe herself, and that's okay. She can be whatever she wants to be. Like, so I always remind people when, like, people talk about Sylvia, I'm like, well, look at what identities she described and try to echo those when describing her. If Audrey Hepburn says she's not a lesbian, it's not right for us to throw that on her without at least true actual proof. Well, and even then you have to be careful.
It may be an example of maybe something that's more factual, would be like the celluloid closet or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that celluloid closet is a great look at, like, how media portrays queer people. Yes. That's one, like, Vito did a great job of that. Yes. Although Vito came out as queer, so we could talk about his queerness. Like, so someone who doesn't say they're queer, never showed it, and just claim them without them wanting that label, to me, that's...
And plus,
come on, kids.
Plus Hepburn is by herself herself a great icon for women. I mean,
Yes.
and the independent streak and her non-conventional or non-gender conforming style has always, you can be a gay icon without her coming out, without her being outed to say that she is a lesbian.
Right.
We
And to be
have gay icons
subversive.
that are heterosexual.
Well, to be subversive, as a feminist icon who is strong, independent, she can wear pantsuits, she doesn't have to wear a dress. Like, to assume that makes her a lesbian, actually highly problematic and
It's a little
really
regressive.
heteronormative. It actually is, in a way, homophobic.
Well, and I think, well, in that case, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.